Hello, hi and welcome once again to M5's English learning program, Let's Speak English. I'm Gav Duncan and I'm here on your TV to help you improve your English. Learn English sitting down on your sofa. Fantastic. So let me welcome you to Let's Speak English. Now, are you sitting comfortably? Yes? Good. And are you ready for today's lesson? Yes? Good. Okay, then let's learn some English. Right, so we all know what we learned this week. Verbs. That's right, this week we learned the present simple tense with lots of new useful verbs. We learned when we use the present simple tense. Do you remember? We use the present simple tense with things that don't change, things that stay the same. Your name, for example, or where you live. I'm Gav Duncan. I live in Budapest. Some other things don't change. My grandparents are dead. That is a fact. They're not coming back. Well, maybe as zombies, but that's not very likely, is it? Okay, so now that we know that my grandparents are dead and are not zombies, let's get back to the English lesson. Right. So, when else do we use the present simple tense? Okay, we saw that we use it with things that are generally true. Water boils at 100 degrees centigrade, for example. We also use the present simple with permanent situations. He works in a bank. She lives in Montreal. And we use it when we talk about doing things regularly, when we use words like always, never, sometimes, usually, and normally. I always eat lasagna on Christmas Day. You never drink vodka. He sometimes eats pork. She usually goes to work by bus. It normally arrives at 7 p.m. Now, with the present simple tense, we have to be careful with what? That's right, you all remember. We have to be careful with the spelling of the third person singular. All the other forms of the verb are the same, but the third person singular changes. In most cases, the third person singular adds an S to the end of the infinitive. We say they eat tofu, but my dog eats tofu. Now, as you remember, some verbs don't add S in the third person singular form. Verbs which end in SS, like the verb to kiss, or X, like the verb to fax, or the verb to fix, or CH, like the verb to punch, or SH, like the verb to fish, or O, like the verb to go, add not S, but what? That's right. These verbs add ES to the infinitive when we make the third person singular. Alfredo kisses Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson punches Alfredo. Mr. Reparo Man fixes broken televisions. Alfredo's son John fishes every weekend. Mary Benchfield goes to work every day. Also, if the verb ends in consonant plus Y, we change the Y to IES for the third person singular. So, parrots fly, but my parrot flies. I study, but she studies. Right. Today, let's look at some occupations. Occupation is a synonym for job. Occupation is more formal than job, but occupation and job are synonyms. When we meet someone, we usually ask them questions. It's natural to ask people questions. We like to get information about people. When we meet people, we usually ask them things like, what's your name? Or where are you from? Or where do you live? Now, if we want to ask someone about their job or occupation, what do we ask? Well, remember lesson 27. In lesson 27, we learned that we often ask the question, what do you do? This is the same as, what is your job? If someone asks me, what do you do? I say, I'm a teacher. So when we meet someone and want to know more information about them, we ask, what do you do? To get information about the person's job or occupation. Good. Now, listen to the conversation between Alfredo Benchfield and Dave Squid. Hello, I'm Alfredo Benchfield. Hi, I'm Dave Squid. Dave Squid? That's an interesting name. Yes, I got it from my father. Where are you from, Dave? I'm from London. Where are you from, Alfredo? I'm also from London. Do you live near here? Yes, I live near here. I've got a house near here. I live there with my wife and our 4 children. That's nice. I've got a flat nearby. I live there with my girlfriend. What do you do, Alfredo? I work in a bank. I'm a bank clerk. What do you do, Dave? I'm a policeman. Okay, a conversation. Crikey. Let's look at that again. Alfredo and Dave asked different questions about each other, and now we know that Alfredo and his family live in a house near the pub. Dave isn't married, but he's got a girlfriend. Dave and his girlfriend live near the pub. Alfredo said that he lives near there. Dave said that he lives nearby. What's the difference? Well, the difference is that nearby means near to here. Near could be near somewhere else. If I say I live nearby, we know that I live in this area. If I say I live near here, it's the same as I live nearby. But I could say I live near Nyíregyháza Zoo. Then I live near to something, but it's not near here, so it's not nearby. Right, so now we know more about Alfredo and Dave. Alfredo works in a bank. He's a bank clerk. Dave is a policeman. He works in a police station. Alfredo has a wife and 4 kids. Dave has a girlfriend. Now it's time to learn some jobs and occupations. Look at this list of jobs and occupations. Before we listen to the descriptions, let's have a look at some new verbs and some new vocabulary. To look after, to protect, to attack, to defend, to bring, to take, to cut, to find, to start, to finish, to plan, to draw, to sell, to use, to connect, to telephone or to phone, to clean, to borrow, a bill, a gun, a uniform, a plan. Now, listen to the description of what the person does and work out what their job is. Here's an example. This person works in a hospital. This person looks after sick people in hospital. This person is not a doctor, but this person works with doctors. So, what do you think the job is? That's right, this person is a nurse. Okay, let's look at the rest of the jobs and occupations. This person cuts hair, but this person only cuts men's hair. This person also cuts hair, but this person cuts everyone's hair. Men's hair, women's hair, children's hair, everyone's hair. This person works in a cafe or restaurant. This person asks you what you want to eat and drink, and then this person brings the food and drink to your table. When you're ready to leave, this person brings you the bill. This person works in a shop. This person helps you find things in the shop. This person also puts things onto shelves in the shop. This person also works in a shop. This person works with money. When you finish shopping, this is the person you pay at the till. This person plans buildings. This person draws a plan of houses and other buildings. This person cuts and sells meat. This person works with water. This person uses pipes to connect water to your house or flat. If there is a problem with a water pipe in your house or flat, you phone this person. This person drives a bus. This person flies a plane. This person cleans houses or flats or offices. This person works in a place where there are lots of books. When you want to borrow a book, you go to see this person. This person looks after your teeth. If your tooth hurts, you go to see this person. Great, fantastic, magic. So, now we know lots of new jobs and lots of new words connected to those jobs. Now, let's look at those jobs again. Let's look at the people who do those jobs and the verbs we use with the jobs. Let's start with Alfredo. Alfredo works in a bank. He's a bank clerk. He helps people. He sits at a desk in the bank and he helps people. When someone brings money to the bank, Alfredo helps put the money onto their bank account. When somebody needs money from their account, Alfredo also helps. Sometimes people don't need Alfredo's help. They can use the ATM, the cash machine, to pay money onto their account and get money from their account. Okay, now let's look at those sentences again. Alfredo sits at a desk in the bank. Okay, no problem. We know the verb to sit. When we eat, we normally sit down first. When we watch TV, we sit. When we watch a film in the cinema, we sit in the cinema. Good. Now what about the verb to bring? Well, that's easy too. When I move something from there to here, I use the verb to bring. Think about a delivery man. When I order a camera on the internet, how does it get to me? How does it get from the factory in China to my flat? That's right, the delivery man brings it. He moves the camera from the factory or warehouse to my flat. He brings it to me. The postman does the same thing. When somebody sends me a letter, the postman brings the letter to me. When Alfredo is at work, people bring money to the bank. Alfredo helps them put the money onto their account. When Alfredo is at work, people come to the bank to pay money in and to take money out. Alfredo helps people put money onto their bank accounts, and Alfredo helps people take money out of their bank accounts. Right, well, crikey, look at the time. That's all the time we have for today's lesson. Okay, so today was lesson 30, the 30th lesson in M5's new English language learning program, Let's Speak English. Today, we looked at jobs and occupations and learned some new verbs. We know that Alfredo Benchfield is a bank clerk and Dave Squid is a policeman. Great! Well, I had fun today. I hope you had fun too. I'm Gav Duncan. I'm not Justin Bieber. I'm not Michael J. Fox. I'm Gav Duncan. See you next lesson for more English fun. See you later. Bye.